Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Brothers and sisters, I'm upset today. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism coming to you live and direct from the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism coming to you live and direct from the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. First of all, I want to say happy solar return yesterday. Happy solar return yesterday, August the 3rd, of Dr. Edward Wilmot Blyden, one of the greatest statesmen and one of the greatest Pan-Africanists of all time. I don't want to let a moment go by without paying respects to one of the greatest Pan-Africanists of all time, Dr. Edward Wilmot Blyden. Brothers and sisters, I want to talk on my sister Brittney Griner right now. I want to be absolutely clear. What is happening to Brittney Griner is one of the worst insults to black womanhood in American society. What is happening to Brittney Griner right now is one of the worst insults in American history to black women. What happened to Brittney Griner in Russia, sentenced to 8-9 years, is one of the worst insults ever handed out by the U.S. government to African people. I'm not blaming Russia. Russia only did what Joe Biden made it comfortable for Russia to do. I'm not blaming Russia. Russia only did what President Joe Biden made it comfortable for Russia to do. I'm not blaming Russia. I'm blaming the United States of America. The minute our sister got arrested, the minute Brittney Griner got arrested for being in possession of less than 1 gram of cannabis oil, less than 1 gram of cannabis oil, less than 1 gram of cannabis oil. Our sister is going to jail for 8 to 9 years because she had less than 1 gram of cannabis oil on her person, traveling through a country where she did not know it was illegal. Less than 1 gram of cannabis oil, brothers and sisters. And Joe Biden got the nerve to say, President Joe Biden got the nerve to say, this is another example of how unfair Russia is. You are mistaken, President Joe Biden. You are mistaken, President Joe Biden. This is not another example of how unfair Russia is. This is another example of how racist America is. This is another example of how racist America is. This is another example of how racist America is. Why didn't America put up a fight the minute she got arrested? Why didn't America keep the same energy for Brittney Griner that she kept for Ukraine? Why didn't America keep the same energy for Brittney Griner as she kept for the Ukraine? Why didn't America keep the same energy for Brittney Griner that she had for the Afghani refugees? Why didn't America keep the same energy she had for Brittney Griner for the Afghanistan refugees? Brittney Griner ain't going to jail for 8 years for the Russians. She ain't going to jail for 8 years for the Russians. She going to jail for 8 years because of Kamala Harris. She going to jail for 8 years because of Kamala Harris. She's going to jail for 8 years because of Kamala Harris. She's going to jail for 8 years because of President Joe Biden. She's going to jail for 8 years because of the Congressional Black Caucus. She's going to jail for 8 years because of the Congressional Black Caucus. She's going to jail for 8 years because of the Congressional Black Caucus. Let me ask you a question, United States government. If Tom Brady was arrested in Russia for less than 1 gram of cannabis oil, would Tom Brady be going to jail for 8 to 9 years? If Aaron Rodgers was arrested in Russia for less than 1 gram of cannabis oil, would Aaron Rodgers be going to jail for 8 or 9 years, brothers and sisters? If Dirk Nowitzki got arrested in Russia for less than 1 gram of cannabis oil, would Dirk Nowitzki be going to jail for 8 or 9 years, brothers and sisters? If any of these white hockey players, white baseball players, white football players, if they got arrested in Russia for 8 or 9 years, would they be going to jail for 8? Would Tom Brady be doing 8 or 9 years in Russia if he got caught with less than 1 gram of cannabis oil, brothers and sisters? Like Brother Malcolm said, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, you've been had, you've been hoodwinked, you've been run amok, you've been led astray, brothers and sisters. And I got a big question, because I'm upset for my sister Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner is my sister, and I love her, and what they doing to my sister is wrong. I got a question. Let me start with the black professional athletes. Let me start with the NFL and the NBA. Why don't we hear a protest coming from the NBA players? Why don't we hear a protest coming from the NFL players? Y'all left Colin Kaepernick hanging, but you can save Brittney Griner. I'm talking to LeBron James. I'm talking to Steph Curry. I'm talking to Kyrie Irving. I'm talking to Kevin Durant. I'm talking to every black NBA player. Are y'all going to take a stand? Do not report the training camp until Brittney Griner is home. You left Colin Kaepernick hanging. I'm demanding that the black NBA players do not report to training camp until Brittney Griner is home. I'm demanding that the black NBA players do not report to training camp until Brittney Griner is home. I'm talking to the NFL players. I'm talking to the Lamar Jackson. I'm talking to the NFL players. All the black NFL players. Do not report to training camp until Brittney Griner is home. Do not report to training camp until Brittney Griner is home. NFL players, NBA players, baseball players, do not report to baseball camp. Do not report to football camp until Brittney Griner is home. Straight up. Y'all left Colin Kaepernick hanging. Where y'all at now? Where y'all at now, NFL players, NBA players? Y'all going to go on with y'all season? What have the white owners of the NBA done for Brittney Griner? What have the white owners of the WNBA done for Brittney Griner? What have the white owners of the NFL teams did for Brittney Griner? The NBA is 80% black. NFL, 80% black. And those owners ain't doing nothing. She's a professional athlete, and it's time for black professional athletes to stand up. Brittney Griner is a professional athlete, and it's time for the black professional athletes to stand up. But I got another question. Hey, Sharon, do me a favor. Go down to them. Find out who their manager is. I want them to drill for the fashion show. Get a name and a number. Get a name and a number. We need them at the fashion show, the festival. Brothers and sisters, I want to ask a question to the LGBT. I want to ask a question to the LGBT and the feminists. Can I ask the black feminist a question? Can I ask the white feminist a question? Can I ask the black feminist a question? Can I ask the white feminist a question? Can I ask the black LGBTQ a question? Can I ask the black LGBT a question? Can I ask the white LGBTQ a question? Where are the feminists who's supposed to be fighting for Brittney Griner? Where are the black feminists who's supposed to be fighting for Brittney Griner? Where are the black lesbians who's supposed to be fighting for Brittney Griner? Where are the white feminists who's supposed to be fighting for Brittney Griner? Where are the white LGBTQ who's supposed to be fighting for Brittney Griner? Peace and love. Brothers and sisters, we can't rest till Brittney Griner is free. We know Russia don't like black people. We know Russia hate black people. Rest in peace to my Garveyite scholar, elder, ancestor, Dr. Runoko Rashidi. Rest in peace to my Garveyite ancestor, elder, Dr. Runoko Rashidi, who told us that Russia was racist. Dr. Runoko said Russia was one of the most racist places he ever been in his entire life. So we know Russia don't like black people, but America don't like black people. We know Russia don't like black people, but America don't like black people. We know Russia don't like black people, but we know America don't like black people. Peace and love, black man. We got the festival on September 10th. Make sure you're here. It's going to be a stage. Food, games, music, performers, giveaways. September 10th, bring the queen, bring the babies.
Yo, I always see you on
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. We're trying to get the school ready for the babies, brother. It's been 3.5 years. I've been sabotaged. I've been robbed. I've been everything you can name, brother. But we're not going to quit because of the elders you see over there. I'm doing this for Marcus Garvey right there. I'm doing this for Frederick Douglass right there. I'm doing this for Nat Turner right there. I'm doing this for John Jacques Dessalines right there. They told me I can't quit. Do you feel me? That's why I had that painted, my brother, to remind me every day I come to this campus and I feel like I want to quit. I got to look them in the eye. Did Marcus Garvey quit? Did Frederick Douglass quit? Did Nat Turner quit? Did Emperor Dessalines quit? How can we quit, brother? You feel me? So we're going to keep on pushing. But September 10th, I want to see you, King.
All right. Right. I remember.
Yes, sir.
I heard. I watched you did a lecture on ADHD. And
Yes,
all
sir.
that.
Ain't no daddy at home disorder.
It's fake.
It's fake, brother. Keep the kids off the brain drugs. Yes, sir. In the flesh. September 10th, bring the whole hood out.
All right, you gonna be here too?
Yes, sir. Of course. I'm the general. Yes, sir. All right, we on it. We on it. I want to know why the black LGBTs are not standing up for Brittany Griner. I want to know why the white LGBTQs are not standing up for Brittany Griner. I want to know why the black feminists are not standing up for Brittany Griner. Y'all had all that smoke for R. Kelly's 30-year conviction. Y'all had all that smoke for R. Kelly's 30-year conviction. The black feminists and the white feminists had all that smoke for R. Kelly's 30-year conviction. Okay, I understand, but what about Brittany Griner's conviction? How you got all the smoke for R. Kelly's conviction and you ain't got no smoke for Brittany Griner's conviction? Huh? Huh? You was happy to condemn R. Kelly. I can understand, but why you not happy to defend Brittany Griner? Why you not happy to defend Brittany Griner? Why you not happy to defend Brittany Griner, brothers and sisters? I want to see if the black athletes of America stand up for Brittany Griner. I want to see if the black athletes of America stand up for Brittany Griner. How Joe Biden talk about Brittany Griner was unfairly incarcerated when America got more black men in prison than any country in the world? How can President Joe Biden say Brittany Griner is wrongfully incarcerated when America got more black people in prison than any country in the world? How can Crazy Joe say Brittany Griner is wrongfully incarcerated? And she is. But it sounds like hypocrisy coming from a man who oversees the largest mass industrial incarceration complex in the world. Joe Biden is president of the largest mass incarceration system in the world. And you talking about Brittany Griner is unfairly incarcerated by Russia, but you unfairly incarcerate 2 million black people every day. You unfairly incarcerate over 2 million black people every day. President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, you unfairly incarcerate more than 2 million Africans every day. Stop being a hypocrite. Stop being a hypocrite. Stop being a hypocrite. The reason Russia ain't taking nothing serious because Russia knows America don't care about Brittany Griner. That's why they sentenced her to 8-9 years. Russia knows America don't care about Brittany Griner. Russia knows if America wanted Brittany Griner home, she would have been home by now. Joe Biden talking about we doing everything we can. Joe Biden talking about we doing everything we can. You ain't done a damn thing for my sister, Brittany Griner. Where my black R&B singers at? Where my black rappers at? Actors and comedians. All black celebrities need to stand up for one of your own and one of our own. All black celebrities need to stand up for one of our own and one of your own. We need to stand up for Brittany Griner. But you Negroes will be back on the Democratic Party plantation November the 4th. You Negroes will be back on the Democratic Party plantation voting again on November the 4th. You Negroes will be right back on the Democratic Party plantation voting for them Democrat slave masters of yours the first week in November. Yes, sir. Come on over, African. How we doing? Come on over. You're catching me on the live right now, but that's all right. What's the name, King? One love to you. What's the name? What's the name, African? What's the name? What's the name, African? Brother Yahweh. Indeed, indeed. What you got to say to the people one time? What you got to say to the people, Brother Yahweh? Holla at the people one time.
I just awoke up, man.
You just woke up?
And it's just like, everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason.
Where you based at, Brother Yahweh? You here in Delaware?
Right on this block.
Well, you know we got the FDMG festival September 10th right on this block. September 10th, brother. You got to come through. You got babies?
Yes,
Bring the babies. We're going to have children's games in the parks right across the street, man. Food, games, vendors, giveaways. September 10th, 10 to 8. You got to be here, my brother. We're going to have a big stage right where you standing at. We got a brother doing the Michael Jackson. We got African drum and dance. It's going to be nice, brother. Bring the family, bring the the queen, the babies. September 10th. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
No problem. No, I'm going to look for you, Brother Yahweh. No doubt. No doubt. So here's what I want to say one time. Here's what I want to say one time, family. Here's what I want to say one time. Sister Hanera, I'm on the live real quick, but Sister Sharon is in there, and the door is open right there for you to peek and see what's in there. All right? And if y'all want to, we can go to dinner at about 6:15. If you're busy, don't worry about it, but we can all go, the three of us. All right? So peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, the builder of the most revolutionary academy in the history of African civilization. That's right. I said I'm the builder of the most revolutionary academy in the history of African civilization. Behind me is the black Mt.Rushmore. Behind me is the black Mt.Rushmore. Behind me is the black Mt.Rushmore. You got the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, greatest organizer in human history, greatest Pan-Africanist of all time, #1 leader of the 20th century. Next to him, you have flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, my 4 times great-grand cousin, Frederick Bailey, Frederick Douglass, the greatest black leader in American history, the only major leader in slavery and freedom, the black man who single-handedly took on the myth of the intellectual inferiority of the African race and won. In the middle, we don't need to pay him no mind. That's Prince King Kong consciousness. Next to him is the greatest black revolutionary ever to walk American soil, and that's the prophet Nat Turner. That's the prophet Nat Turner. I want you to join me at Nat Turner Land on my birthday, August the 21st. I want you to join me in Nat Turner Land on Haitian Revolution Day, August the 21st. I want you to join me in Nat Turner Land on George Jackson Day, August the 21st, so we can properly honor the prophet Nat Turner on the 191st anniversary of his war. And next to him is the greatest African general in the Caribbean African's history. We're talking about Emperor John Jacques I. Emperor John Jacques I. Emperor John Jacques I. Oh yes, that's the black Mt.Rushmore behind me. You could come take a picture with the black Mt.Rushmore when you come to the FDMG Academy. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism. One love.